Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tai Lou, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the book that I'm going to be reading for the month. Currently in the library right now. I do want to challenge myself to get back into reading, and because I have not been reading, I feel like it was last year, no, not 2024, but really 2023, when I got back in my reading bag and I was going to the library and just educating myself. Right now my life is really important for me to know my rights and to know more about just law, and I don't know why, like I just kind of got pulled into it. So yeah, so right now I'm in Rutgers Law Library, and I am gonna start reading this book first. This is called Criminology. um this is by Edwin H. Sutherland and Donald R. Christie. It's the 8th edition. Honestly, it's so many books in this library, but this one called on to me the most. And I'm just kind of like, I want to read this book for real. And I'm going to take the whole month out to read the book. And I'm just excited. This is just a quick check-in. It's not going to be a long video. So I just want to talk about more about like why I chose this book and what I just hope to get out of it. um Already I like that they're starting off with the definition of criminology. Like I said, a lot of people don't know that I'm interested in like learning more about the law and the justice system. So now y'all know. I actually do want to go back to school and get my bachelor's degree in criminal justice and pursue being a civil rights attorney. I'm just not sure if I want to start fall 2025 or save it for, not save it, but because I do plan to work this summer. So I'm just contemplating if I should go back spring or fall to pursue this degree. Like literally, y'all, nobody knows about it. I'm literally not gonna tell nobody in my life at all. Like I'm gonna just pop up and be like, y'all, I'm a lawyer. So yeah, I chose this book because when I choose my books to read, when I used to be heavy in reading, it's something, sometimes I have an interest. It could be something about plants. It could be like, I want to say that too. Like people swear up and down, like when you read books, it has to be the most thoughtful book. Like you gotta read stuff about money and power and the power of having self-discipline, and like those books are good, but like please free yourself and read some fictional novels, read stuff about plants, read stuff about cooking. So I'll have like an interest, and then I'll go to that section and just like kind of browse around and see whatever calls on me. And I did that with this book, because I'm like, and then also I'm all over the place. If you guys can give me some good recommendations of what books are good to read, especially even before getting into my degree for it. I just feel so excited, y'all. Like, because I was just thinking about it. Like, you guys know how I'm so for wellness, and I'm a tarot reader. I'm a tarot reader and a wellness coach, but I feel like people don't realize how much within my job I deal with the people and uplifting people, enlightening people, educating them on wellness practices. And I feel like it's been almost 7 years since I've been doing that. And I'm ready to branch out and be more hands-on. All of my work so thus far has been very online. Like I'm not out in my community like giving tarot readings. I'm not out in my community teaching people about wellness and things. And I know it's like kind of a difference within that, because it's like, why don't you go be a therapist, or why don't you I am gonna have some wellness centers for sure, but I feel like what's important is, for me right now, is just getting those credentials as far as like um, being an advocate within my community. I think it's not just about health and wellness. It's also about just learning like the world around you, learning your rights, learning your um, just knowing, having knowledge, like it really comes in clutch. And I've I talked kind of briefly about me going to court. I didn't tell you guys what I did or what happened. Y'all not gonna know because that's my business. But just having that experience and being, having my own lawyer, and like I feel like it was so aligning. Like I had to see certain things. I had to be there. I had to be present. And I've had some very unjust run-ins with officers myself. And I know I'm not like F the police, but I think through my experience, I just was not educated. I didn't know what my rights was. I did not know. And most of the time, people don't. They just be scared. They be like, I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to go to jail. So I'm gonna just listen, or I'm gonna just do what they say, or I'm gonna just let them do this, let them do that. And it's like, hell no. Like police officers, they definitely be abusing their authority a lot, and we know that throughout history with people of color, especially Black people, my people, like, and I just want to make a difference with that, and I also want to. I can't believe I'm sharing it because it's like YouTube community. Y'all get to know because it's like we locked in, we here with it. Y'all done see me look crazy. It's just the authentic me, and this is something that's just on my heart to just learn. So yeah, I've had my share of experiences, and I think it's just important that people of color, women of color, especially Black women and Black men, and the youth, my stress is going to be so much on like making sure that um, young Black women and kids, young kids, they know, especially the communities that I come from, that they're not scared of the police, that they're not, or that they know just more about the law and like what's right, what's wrong, what's the process like, what's the process like if you get arrested, what's what you can ask for, what you can't ask for, what you shouldn't do, right? So because a lot of people just don't have this knowledge, don't have this information. It's something that's so unspoken unless you just experience it, and that can go for a lot of things within the Black community. We really don't talk about the things that we should be talking about, but I'm here to make a change to all that. And I do want to get into social reform and just advocacy. I think that's also another strong point. And of course, I want to tie wellness in it because, of course, it's like that's important too. But just meshing the two, yeah. So I'm so excited to just start this journey and this chapter with you guys. When it comes to going back to school, I used to say, oh my God, I hate school. I'm never going back to school. School is not for me. But I think it was more so. And when I was writing my letter to my counselor, because they give you a counselor when you apply, well, reapply. I'm gonna apply to Keene. I've attended Keene already, but I'm also gonna apply to Rutgers Law School. You guys, I'm just so like, I'm excited. And like shaky, and even sharing this. I don't want to rush it. I think the whole thing with me is like, I have this passion, I have this excitement to dive into this, but I don't want it to be where I'm overwhelming myself and I don't follow through. That's a no. So as far as I want to take my time on when I start, and then also just following out that, and not giving myself such a heavy load, because I do plan to still have my hobbies. I do plan to still work on my vocals and singing. I do still plan on to work at the same time. So it's like working and working on my voice and having my hobbies. I want to dance. I want to find a dance class, and then I'm so serious about this. I'm like, I want to find a dance class so bad. I need it. So, and I need to find a new gym. I used to, and I know this is about this book I'm reading, but and now we just into all the goals and stuff because everything is gonna fit. Studying law, building on my voice. I would consider it as a hobby right now. Like taking a dance class, taking a singing class, and was so crazy. Yesterday, I was contemplating whether or not I should eat from a restaurant, and I was like, I'm just going in. And I literally see on the wall promotion for a vocal coach and $100 sewing, but we're gonna talk about that later. So yeah, I plan on building on my voice for a hobby, studying law, and then working. And yes, this is me. Definitely by the end of this year, I'm not gonna be doing tarot readings anymore. I just feel like it's just other bigger things that how I want to show my hand to community and teaching people. Like I wanted to be more, not so one-on-one and more so widespread. Like I want an audience. And yeah, it's always, I feel like there's so much courage in like admitting to yourself that it's time for a new chapter. It's time for things to move forward. It's time for things to come to a close. It's time for things to or it's time for you to grow, to embrace a new path and taking all that I've learned. So I talk about it when I was writing my letter, just like why I'm interested in re-enrolling and coming back to school and stuff like that. And this wasn't required, but I was like, I'm gonna let them know what's going on and why. But I was like, I feel like when I dropped out, the reason why I even went to university was out of escapism. Like I was like, I'm gonna get away from my family. Like I don't. And I was already like really good with school. Like I didn't get F's or bad grades. Like I was a good kid and quiet and just did my work. Like I was a part of like the honors classes, and I went to an early college part, high school early college, where I got my associate's degree in general studies or liberal arts, whatever the one. But I got my associate's degree, like certificate for like somewhere in my mama's house. And what else? Yeah, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like I was so indecisive. I was like, okay, one moment it was art, one moment I was undecided, one moment it was theater, then one moment I was like, okay, I'm gonna do business and marketing. And I literally wasted them people's time and wasted them people's money and wasted my time and my money because I gotta pay these loans back. It was a mess. And that's another thing too. I'm trying to make sure I come up with a really good plan as far as like financially. Like I want a scholarship. If I could have somebody pay for my schooling, beautiful. Or if I get a scholarship, because I really don't want to take out no more loans. I don't want to have any debt at all, like just in life in general. So like when it comes to school, I don't want to take out nothing crazy. But yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I literally went there. It's embarrassing to say. I was barely going to class. I was like, I'm just somewhere and I'm just not home. I would eat and vlog, take pictures, and I was not doing. And then when it came to like test anxiety, like it was stressing me out. So I was just like, I'm not dealing with this right now. But what that did in 2019, it opened up this, and I went to different schools too. At first, I was supposed to go to LIU Brooklyn. They did some shicey stuff with my financial aid, so I didn't get to attend at all. But that was the school that I had picked because I'm like, I want to be in New York. I want a New York school. Scamming asses. Anyway, then then it was Keene. I went to Keene for a spring semester. And then I moved. Well, my family moved to Alabama, so then I went to South Alabama, and that's when I enrolled for a spring semester again, and I did theater, and I was like, I'm not really feeling the theater department like that. So then I did summer semester, and then that's when I changed my major to business. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not feeling this at all. And then that's when, that was around like 2019, where it was the pandemic time. It was just so much stuff going on. And I was just like, I'm just not resonating with this. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I don't want to do this no more. And I think that takes a lot of courage too, to step away from like what you're not ready for, what you're not connected to, like, and what's your choice. I did not, at first I was very nervous because I was like, I don't know what my mama gonna think, or my sister, if I just tell them like, oh, I don't want to go to school no more. But eventually I had to let them know and just live in my truth. And that's when Tyloo Tarot came about. I was playing with cards, and no, I came across tarot readings, and I'm such a self-sufficient person, so I was like, I want to do my own reading. Like, I could, I bought me some cards and figure this out for myself. Like, I don't want to listen to a bunch of people on YouTube. So I started doing that, started taking clients, and when I tell you, for the past 6 years, because the end of this year will mark my 7th year being a tarot reader, which is that lucky number, that special number. They always say that, like, you usually part ways with something, or it gets better at that 7th year. And when you know something is like, especially for relationships, but yeah, that's another conversation for another day. So yeah, in those 6 years, I have learned so much about patience, confrontation, organization. I'm telling you guys, I've been running my own business for 6 years. That is marketing, that's promoting, that's responding to emails, that's taking clients, answering their questions, that's everybody, that's building a platform. So I'm not only accepting services, but to promote myself, I build on Twitter. So that is a platform. Every day, putting in work, doing general readings, doing collective readings, doing YouTube videos, doing TikTok videos and Instagram content. I have worked. You can literally go and search Tyloo Tarot in Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube and see how I've been working over the years. Like, it's there. Okay. And then Patreon, which is exclusive, and it just helps, my followers and supporters be more intimate with me. I share more exclusive things on there, and it just helps as far as like supporting my content, because when you generally put things out, a lot of the time I'm not making no money from it, unless, of course, the promotion out of it at the end of the reading. I'm like, hey, it'd be nice if you tip, but it's not required. And then book your reading, and that's something I've been counting on for years. And I've had my moments where I felt disconnected from it, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to continue this. I've learned a lot of ups and downs with it, and just like I said, organization, work versus wellness, being dedicated, because for a long time I did not have anywhere to do my readings. I would have a client that day, or 3-5 clients, and I'm just like, the room I had is, taken. Or I don't have money to book a room, and it's just so many different things. And my instability throughout the years, moving, and I still held on. I still, betrayals, people trying to see me lose. Period. No, that's not period, but but period, as in I did not let them stop me. And it's not about, oh, you're not stopping me from being a tarot reader. It's more so, you're not stopping me from my path to success. And I feel like it's been such a stepping stone. Like, it's taught me so much about just sticking it through and just going to go do it, and honoring challenges and honoring confusion sometimes, and honoring, like I said, my health and my wellness, and making sure I'm not burning myself out. But I stress and emphasize dedication because I feel like doing something for 6, 7, almost 7, going on 7 years, that means a lot to me because, you know, I did not have that dedication before. Like, I would have an idea and I would let it flop. I would have an idea and I would not build on it. And I feel like I know what building is now, and I know what consistency is now. Even when you're not getting no money, even when you're not getting no likes. Like, there was some time. Now my posts, they're up there and they go viral, whatever. But once upon a time, I used to be putting my heart, my mind, and my soul into those readings, and it would get one little like, and just to see from then to now, and I was having so many realizations yesterday. It really hit me yesterday. I was like, I came so far, even with my voice. I was like, oh my God, I used to sing over there just in my headphones. This was before I would even really listen to myself. And now I sing with just one, like I'm on stage. But yeah, I'm super excited to get into criminology. I know this was what this was about and me getting into this book, but just giving you guys the background of where I am as well and why this interests me. And it is a pretty lengthy book, but I feel like I'm going to challenge myself. I think that's so much so, of course, what Aries season is about. Shout out to my astro heads. We know that it's Aries season right now, and why not challenge yourself? So yeah, get into this book. I'm gonna find a good gym that's for me, and just where the location makes sense. Because I feel like in the past with Blink just pissed me off doing almost 1 cent sales. Like, now you got every hood booger in a gym. I ain't even gonna get into that, but we gonna find a good gym, a good gym for me. A vocal coach in a dance class, and we're studying, and we are working, and we're just elevating more and focusing on ourselves. Like, I am very proud of me. I'm just in an aura and energy of just like, girl, I'm so proud of you, and what's to come, like, because it's so much. And right now, I feel like I am in love with the process. Like, I'm not even thinking like, oh, I want to be there already. I'm just like, I want to go day by day. I want to get a routine, and I just want to be into it. I'll eventually get to where it's destined for me to be. So that's the end of this. I'm wondering if I should do, comment down below, like I said, book recommendations when it comes to law and stuff. Also, I'm wondering if I should do like a book club or book updates. I think I should. I think that would make it more fun. So a couple of chapters in, I'll let you guys know like what I'm learning and how I'm feeling about this book. And it'll be a little series on my YouTube. So yeah. See you guys in the next video. Let me know if you're reading a book with me. What's your challenge this Aries season? And I'll see y'all in the next video.